Welcome to episode 2 of this short twisted series. You don't have to watch episode 1, but you can if you want. The link to episode 1 is in the info card. I decided not to chase after the tornado because it was too far east. I went on the highway and drove to Tomcat Performance in Hazleton. I colored the car red because I wanted it to be the same color as the pickup in the movie Twister. Then I wanted to drive in the direction of Prior Lake. That was a good decision because a storm popped up right south of Prior Lake. I turned left on the highway to the east because the hook would form on the east side of the storm. After a while, a hook started to form. The tornado would probably be on the other side of the river. There is a bad road network, but that didn't bother me. Then I drove into a hail core. The hail was very small. When the radar updated, I saw a clear hook that was over Viroqua. Then I turned around and drove onto a street on the west side of the river. The storm moved more north than expected. But then I turned around again because the storm turned a little bit more east. I saw a very cool lightning strike. When I was on the bridge, I checked the radar and noticed a rotation that had formed south of me. I turned left onto a dirt road. Shortly after this, I looked at the radar and saw that it was a good decision because, according to the tornado warning, the tornado was moving in the direction I was driving. On the radar, I noticed that a green TVS tornado had touched down. I didn't see the tornado because it was too dark. The tornado became a yellow TVS tornado and started to cross the river. I got very close to the tornado, so I deployed one probe and drove away. I deployed another probe further away from the tornado. I hoped that the tornado wouldn't shift too much. The first probe recorded a maximum wind speed of up to 90 miles per hour. When I looked at the radar, I saw that the tornado crossed the road where I deployed the first probe. The tornado shifted, so it missed the second probe. I drove back to where I deployed the first probe and picked it up. The tornado was a green TVS tornado again and was now to the north of me. I picked up the second probe. The tornado was still a green TVS tornado, and I think I drove through it. Then the tornado lifted. Slowly, the sun rose. I looked at the thermos because I wanted to know how this high-risk day would look. The tornado touched down again, but I drove back to Prior Lake and waited there for a storm to spawn. But then I decided to drive to Hazleton because the storm motion was southeast. I had to wait past 2 p.m. until the storm spawned. After a while, I saw that a hook had formed. I watched as a funnel slowly dropped down. Then the tornado touched down. It was a multi-vortex tornado. I deployed 2 probes and drove away. Then I deployed another probe. The highest wind speed I recorded was 93 miles per hour. I picked up my probes again and wanted to make another probe intercept, but I accidentally drove into a dead end. The storm spawned another tornado. Both tornadoes were strong. I decided to continue chasing the first tornado because it moved northeast, and I got in front of it a second time. On the horizon, I saw the other tornado. It was a sidewinder. At this point, the tornado I was chasing was a pink TVS tornado. Then the second tornado began to weaken and a third rotation spawned. Here you can see in a time lapse how I tried to get in the path of the tornado. It got dark, and I deployed one probe. A little bit to the north, I deployed another probe. I drove into hail and deployed another probe. I drove to the gas station in Hiram, but I luckily drove away from there because the tornado shifted so much that it missed all of my probes. Instead, Hiram received a direct hit. I saw multiple power flashes. Shortly after the tornado hit Hiram, I looked at the damage. I'm very sure that I would not have survived that. I picked up my probes. After that, I ended the chase. I didn't expect that this video would be so short. Bye, have a great day.